guys, so we're going to be running the snatch today. We're just going to keep it real basic today, real simple. We're going to go over stance. We're going to hit the grip. Some pointers we got here, and then I'm going to go through the Burgener warm-up here, a little detail. Then we're going to roll out. We're going to apply all this. We're going to work on it. First thing we're going to talk about is the stance. Little known fact: 90% of all lifts, being the Olympic lifts, the snatch and the clean and jerk, are missed. Why? Footwork. Very bad footwork. If you have bad footwork, you're not going to be able to hit that lift very well. Okay? So we need to cover the stance. We need to cover our jumping stance, which is, we call it jumping stance because if we were to jump from this position, that's where our feet would be. Okay? See how my feet are underneath my hips? Most of us been across the floor know where our jumping stance is. Okay? Our next position is going to be our landing stance, or squatting stance, or catching stance. Which the easiest way to figure this out, if you're confused where it is, what I'm going to do is stick my thumbs in my hips and see where my hands are. I'm going to line my feet up with my hands. Boom. Right there. Okay? So what we're going to do here in a little bit, all we're going to do is practice this. We're going to have our jumping stance. We're going to do our jumping stance, our landing stance. So we're going to do this. Because that is the most important part of the snatch and the clean, is the footwork. We got to get that footwork down. We got to be comfortable with that footwork. We got to know what to do with the footwork to make that lift more successful. Next thing we're going to go over is the grip. Most important thing, and I wrote it in red really big. Hook grip. Safety. This is for our safety. Makes it easier to pull the bar up because if we don't have a loose grip on that bar, we don't have our thumb locked in. If we're trying to snatch, we're trying to PR, we're trying to max out with a big load, we don't have that hook grip locked in, obviously, we're going to lose that ball. So hook grip, most important. We have a wide grip on the bar, okay? How do we find that wide grip? The easiest way, obviously, is to tuck it in the hip crease. If it's hanging right here in the hip, you push up our knee. Boom, right there it sets. Great position. Some people get their arms up too wide, they'll have the bar up here, or too low. Okay? We want to sit right in that hip. Judge it just like that. There it is. Next thing, not a lot of people know that we've actually been hitting on a lot. Notice my knuckles. I want my knuckles down through the whole movement. Why? Because when my knuckles are out, pointing out like this, that creates a bad bar path. My first reaction is to pull that bar out in front of me like this. Okay? With my knuckles down, I've now created a natural, straight up bar path. Okay? The easiest way to think about it is if you have X's on the back of your hands, you don't want to see those X's. Put these knuckles to the ground, I don't want to see those X's, so when you pull that bar up, nice and tight to the body. Okay? Questions on those? Questions on stance, jumping, landing. We're going to drill this. We're going to go over our grip. All right, next thing, some valuable pointers here that I want to go over. Chest up. We're going to keep that chest up through the whole movement. Okay? We let our chest fall down. Obviously, we're going to start pulling the lower back. We're going to start inadvertently pulling. We're going to pull early. Okay? So chest up through the whole movement. Okay? Lift with your legs. A lot of people will try to lift with their back, lift with their arms, try to pull it up. Okay? Well, lift with their legs. That's why our shoulders and our hips raise at the same time in this lift, because we're pushing with our legs through the movement. Okay? Fast feet. This is one a lot of people go, have fast feet. Everybody able to snatch it like this? No, these feet have to be fast. Fast, the whole movement, okay? Fast feet. Eyes forward. Another important one. Eyes forward. A lot of people get to have when they snatch or they're like this. Okay? Yep, you're going to put yourself in a bad position. Obviously, you're going to compromise yourself. If you lose that bar, obviously, you're limiting your chances to bail. And finally, stacking the bone. We're making sure everything's straight in line. Okay? We want to stack those bones. Okay? We want to think about it. If you try to compress that down, it won't go anywhere because all those bones are stacked. Okay? One kink in the chain, obviously we're going to have a failure in the lift. Okay? So make sure we stack the bone. All right, guys, Burgener warm-up. Let's move on to this. First thing is down and finish, or as we commonly know that as the shoulder shrug. Okay? We call it down finish because we're dipping down and we're finishing. Why do we call it finish? Because this is the finish for the snatch. right? The shrug is the finish, okay? So down and finish, all it is down and shrug. So it's kind of like, hey, Alan, what are you doing tonight? I don't know. Got it? Make sure you get those, shrug those elbows or shoulders up, okay? And the reason we do that is speed through the middle. So this is helping us with that speed through the middle. So when I put those elbows in there, boom, it's faster, okay? Next thing is down, finish, elbows high and outside, okay? Down, finish, high and outside, okay? So not having our elbows down here, high and outside. And the reason for that is it's teaching us to keep the bar close, okay? We don't want that bar drifting way out in this movement. Like we're trying to peel our shirt off. That's the way I describe it. Bring that bar so straight up our body, you should lift the shirt up. Okay? The next movement is obviously the muscle snatch. Okay? The muscle snatch basically is dip, and straight up. There's no re-dip under the bar. Dip, straight up. What that is teaching us is turnover strength. Okay? That'll help us a lot with turnover strength, developing that. Next we're going to do a snatch lands, or a 2-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch drop. This is teaching us our footwork again, which is so vitally important. So we'll have that in our juggling stance. Okay? We'll have that bar overhead. We're going to do a 2-inch drop, 4-inch drop, 6-inch drop. Okay? Next thing we do are snatch drops, which again is for our footwork. Those will just do full drops. So all the way down to the ground. Okay? After we have all mastered that, we're going to go on to our skill transfers. Okay? The first one of those skill transfers is a snatch grip push press. So we're going to have a snatch grip on the bar. We're going to dip, pushing our knees out, top the bar up. Okay? Engaging those shoulders the whole time. Straight up bar path. Okay? Straight up. We're not having it back here or way out here. Dip, straight up. Okay? That helps us with overhead strength. Next is the overhead squat. So after we do that last push press, we're going to keep that bar up. We're going to set our feet to our squatting stance, our receiving position, or landing. Okay? So overhead squat. And that is core strength. Okay? It's going to help with core strength and movement. The next is a heaving snatch balance. This is where they start to get a little confusing. Heaving snatch balance is going to help us with speed under the bar. Okay? And the heaving snatch balance, based on that back rack, we're going to have our feet in our landing position, our receiving position. We're going to dip and go under the bar. Notice what my feet did.